Hey guys, this is North back again with another video. Today's video, I'm coming to you with another weekly fragrance rotation video. So the fragrances I wore throughout my work week, all of last week. I haven't done this for a while, pretty much all of the summer. Summer's pretty much over, even though it's more than 100 degrees here still. At the end of this video, I will do a short PSA regarding me selling either on eBay or outside of eBay. So if you want to listen to that, you can stay tuned to the end of the video. For that, I did not want to do a separate video regarding this particular matter because it's not that big of a deal, but I do want to just let people know if you are listening. So let's go ahead and get it going. On Sunday, I went with the House of Louis Vuitton. I only own 2 Louis Vuittons, so the one I wore this day on Sunday was Louis Vuitton's LV Lovers. This is the 2024 release. This one has mixed emotions. A lot of people either like it or they just say it smells like Santal 33. This one again was released in 2024 this year, and it has the notes of galbanum, bergamot, sandalwood, solar notes, cedarwood. Also has ginger in it. Now this is one of the few sandalwood forward fragrances that I do own. I tested it when I was back home in St. Louis, and my wife said she liked it. I went and smelled it on the day that it came out, so I eventually ended up getting it. For me, I do like it. I'm not a big fan of sandalwood forward fragrances, even though I really like the idea of them. This one I'll have to wear a little bit more to see how much, whether it's a love or just a like for me. So that's what I wore on Sunday. On Monday, I went with the House of Guerlain. This was probably my most recent Guerlain pickup. I was only able to get a 100 ml, but this is a discontinued one, and this one is called, hopefully I get the pronunciation correct, this one is Oeillet Pourpre, so purple carnation. This is the re-release of Louis. I do have Liu, but this is Louis, which came in a small black 50 ml bottle. So I got 100 ml of this. This one is also discontinued. They renamed it Purple Carnation. It was a blind buy for me. I messaged Time to Musk Up because I know he had the original one and asked him how he enjoyed it. He said he liked it, so I went on ahead and picked up on it, and I was pleasantly surprised by this scent. This is more of a love for me than, say, for example, Lovers. I don't need the 200 ml of it. I just wanted it to match like all the other bottles. But this Oeillet Pourpre was released in 2021. I don't know when the original one was released, and the notes on this one are clove, pear, benzoin, carnation, vanilla, smoke, leather, and musk are some of the notes. And I really enjoyed this one. It is a carnation and benzoin fragrance. It is sort of a unique type of fragrance. However, it is sort of office safe. I consider it to be unisex. I really enjoyed it. Benzoin is one of my all-time favorite notes. This one I was pleasantly surprised by, and I'm happy that I was able to get a bottle. I'm not sure what they're going for, and I don't believe that it was that popular, which is probably why it was again discontinued. Let's keep it moving. On Tuesday, I stayed with the House of Guerlain. This one was one I believe I picked up before the Oeillet Pourpre, and this one is Néroli Outrenoir. Now I thought this was like a brand new fragrance that came out like 2020 or something like that, but I believe this one was released in 2016, so it came in the old presentation bottles. I was able to get the cap and then this whatever display for the cap, so I was happy to finally get that on here. The sales associate hooked me up with that. But when I first smelled this in the store, people were telling me like you have to get this one because I was trying to get the Frenchy lavender, and I did get that one, but this one is so much better than Frenchy Noir. I'm not a huge fan of Néroli, but I am becoming I'm actually beginning to appreciate it a lot more than I did. So again, this one was released in 2016, Néroli Outer Noir. Néroli Outer Noir, and this one has petitgrain, bergamot, lemon, lime, tea, Néroli, smoke, myrrh, benzoin, ambrette seeds. And this is a really unique take on a like eau de cologne type of scent. One of the better ones I've ever smelled. I'm super surprised by it. I'm so happy that I was able to get this in my collection and, you know, and get a deal on it, of course. I don't know if I would want to pay full price for it because all of them are the same price. But this one is just an awesome scent. Even when I had my colleague smell it, he was like, oh, this is this is fire. So that's what I wore on Tuesday. On Wednesday, I went with the house of Aesop. This is the first fragrance I've ever bought from the house. I actually bought this through eBay at like a discounted price. And this one is called Ouranon. This one I just got based off of the notes. It doesn't have the highest rating, but it just seemed like it would be up my alley. Ouranon was released in 2023, so just last year. This one has lavender, elemi, frankincense, myrrh, tonka bean, hay, chamomile. This one is a very like out there type of scent. This is a very niche scent. It is sort of smoky and incensey, but it has that hay and this sort of like almost like hay and grassy type of feel to it. It's very out there, and I have to wear this a little bit more. That was my first time wearing it. If you want something that's like outside of the box, very unique, you won't smell like anybody else, then, you know, I'm sure a lot of the Aesop fragrances probably go in that direction. Right now it's just okay. Had I smelled it in store, I probably wouldn't have purchased it, but you know, it was a blind buy. It's not the worst of the worst, but it wasn't one that I completely fell in love with, but it's not bad. So that's what I wore on Wednesday. On Thursday, I went with the house of Penhaligons. I believe this is the only one I own from the house. I got this one recently as well, and this one's called Hammam Bouquet. Have you heard of this one? Hammam Bouquet. Was drawn to the the name because Hammam in Arabic just means bathroom or toilet. So when someone's asking to go to the toilet and they're speaking in Arabic, they say hammam. So I just think that that's funny. But this hammam is referring to Turkish baths. So this particular fragrance was supposed to be originally released in 1872, and the supposed perfumeur is supposed to be William Penhaligons, the founder of the house, and he wanted to create a smell that was similar to the Turkish bath that was next to his shop. Now, the notes on this one are lavender, bergamot, rose, orris root, musk, sandalwood, and amber. And I like the scent as well. It is a powdery scent. I don't get a lot of citrus from it. I get a little bit of lavender and a little bit of rose. It's not very sandalwoody, but it is powdery, so it gives you a sort of like out the shower type of feel. I do like this one. I was happy to get it at a discount. I'm not sure. I believe it's still in production. I don't know if some point it was discontinued, but this is probably more of a later formulation. So that's what I wore on Thursday. And on Friday, I went with the house of Abdul Samad Al-Quraishi. I haven't talked about this house in a long time. I finally was able to pick up the perfume spray version of my all-time favorite Abdul Samad Al-Quraishi oil, I guess scent as well. And this one is called Royal Blackstone Blend. This one has various different types of bottles. This is the most recent one and has this like magnetic cap. The sprayers are okay. The bottling is sort of cheap, but the smell is like my favorite. It's hard for me to find really well crafted Arabian scents in Kuwait. There's so many shops, Kuwaiti brands, even UAE brands, but even in Kuwait there's hundreds of independent brands, and I just feel like the quality for me is not there. That's why I don't talk about those brands that much. Hopefully I'll find something new, but this one I believe is a top-notch type of scent. This one I talk about things smelling like Bakur every once in a while, but usually, for example, like Uma from Stefan Humbert Lucas, it smells like a particular type of Bakur, Mahmoud Bakur, which is something that almost everybody sort of makes. This one smells like Bakur in a sense that it's sort of this unique blend of whatever it is, roses or whatever musk that they have, and then they put it on oud chips. So that's the sort of feel I have about it. I will try to do a review on this, even though this particular scent I believe you can only get from in store at Abdul Samad Al Qureshi in the GCC, so in the Middle East. I believe this is the only place that you can get it from, and it's a very expensive fragrance, and I got this 50% off and it was still very expensive. But this is my all-time favorite scent from Abdul Samad Al Qureshi. I probably have 3 that are my favorite, but out of all of them, this one I like, even though this particular formulation in with the alcohol, it's not as potent as I would like it to be. So there you have it, guys. Those are the fragrances that I wore last week from Sunday to Friday. Friday I do not work, but I always add Friday in. Today I believe I wore like a Ventus cologne. We'll see what I wear next week. Let me know what are some of the fragrances that you've worn during the week. Also, have you tried any of these fragrances, especially the Aesop fragrance? Do you like any other Aesop fragrances? There isn't a boutique here. I know that there's one in Dubai, but that was the first one I had ever purchased. I went in there and I tried some time ago, but it wasn't anything that really caught my eye, because those are normally up around like $200. I paid about $100 for this one. So that's it, guys. I'll try to come to you with some more content. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Peace. All right, I'm back. So this is the short PSA in regards to me selling fragrances. Now, if you don't know, I do live in Kuwait. And Kuwait, of course, is in the Middle East. And for the most part, whether it be eBay or through Facebook or something like that, I normally ship to the United States. For one, I'm American, so I understand how the process goes, and it seems to be easier to ship things to the United States. I was shipping to Canada and also the UK, but the majority of the people that purchase from me, especially on eBay, are from the United States, and it's also extremely easier to ship there, because when I ship it out, it goes directly to the person. There isn't any customs or border patrol type of issues, which people seem to come across when things come to Canada. So I think I will stop shipping to Canada. The UK, I hardly have had anybody purchase anything from the UK, but I haven't had any issues there. The other thing I wanted to mention is that with eBay, if you've never sold on eBay before, eBay takes quite a large percentage of your sales, so you have to sort of like factor all of those things in along with the shipping. It cost me anywhere between $40 to $70 to ship just one fragrance to a person. So all of those things are factored into the prices that I give, whether it be eBay or whether it be someone outside. And recently I'll try to post on Facebook, or maybe I'll post something on Instagram. And if you're interested in purchasing outside of eBay, I can give a better rate, which would include the shipping cost and whatnot. But what I won't do is go through any type of run around trying to prove who I am and whether or not it's legitimate. You know, people do get scammed. I've seen that on Facebook. Somebody may do a swap, and the person living the next state over might get your fragrance and then ship you some cans of Coca-Cola, but you haven't done anything. But then people are very apprehensive, which I understand, from someone shipping the fragrances all the way from the Middle East, the Orient. So if you have those type of apprehensions, the easiest way for you not to get scammed is not to spend your money. Simple as that. But if you do want to purchase, you can, and you want the assurances, you can also pay the extra charge that I do charge on the eBay site. That way you can have maybe that comfort of mind that you have a company that will have your back if something were to go awry. I take what I do as far as selling the fragrances very seriously. I ship people's purchases out at a timely manner. And when I first started, I just sold fragrances that I wanted to get rid of from my collection. But alhamdulillah, I was able to get to a point where, and make connections where I'm able to get particular fragrances, get them in just to sell them. And in the Middle East, there's more like the Wild West, where I'm able to get certain things that people wouldn't have access to in the Western world, for example. So that's why I'm able to give a good price. It might be too expensive for you, but it's way less than, say, the retail price. It doesn't mean that it's not legitimate or anything like that. People that have purchased from me, you can see from my eBay account, my reviews, and most of the time on Facebook and things like that, people don't say, hey, this guy is a reputable seller. I've never seen that. I've never seen anybody attach my name. So every time I post, you know, people that see it, you know, they wouldn't know anything about me, and that's fine, because people have taken the chance on me through eBay and even outside of eBay. So shout out to those people that have taken a chance and have benefited and gotten the fragrances that they wanted at a discounted price. So that's all I wanted to say about that. If there's a question that you have, that's fine. I'm more than welcome to, you know, talk to people about that, but I'm not going to go on and on about trying to prove who I am and whether or not I'm legitimate. Like, for example, I had someone send me a message. They sent me a number of messages, but like, the last thing they wanted me to do is to send him proof of people paying me through PayPal. I told them, hey, you know, I actually sent him a small screenshot, which I shouldn't even have done. But after that, I said you could buy the fragrance or not buy the fragrance. And at the end, you know, they just kept on asking questions. You know, we all have lives. We have other things to do. So either you want to buy it, or you don't want to buy it. So that's pretty much it, guys. I appreciate everybody that has purchased from me. I still maybe have like 3 fragrances up right now. You know, I constantly get things in, and right now I'm just getting things in that people may want. My eBay is in the description. You're more than welcome to check that out. If there's something you're interested in, you're more than welcome to message me on Instagram or through my email to inquire about it. But I just wanted to have this small PSA. Thank you for your time. Again, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.